Hello again, YouTube. Excuse the background noise. Just looking at this weirdo's video. I have not listened to it. I have no intention of doing so. I do sort of keep an eye on what these deceivers are doing. I'm about to make a comment. But this guy, just when you thought he couldn't get weirder, he manages to. I'm about to comment. Stop trying to write or speak in King James English. You sound foolish unto us, thou virtue-signalling blasphemer. But just read this here. Why does he need to? Why? There's no necessity for that. In my opinion, rare videos where it is off the cuff. It's not that rare. And going through some scriptures and reminding ourselves of what truly is important unto us. And what mightest that be? This is as impromptu as it gets, just kind of unloading. Well, I don't think anybody really needs to know what's on your heart, Brad, because the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, and you are certainly that. I pray thee, bear with an oldie man. Yeah. The guy's weird. Totally weird. I hadn't realised before how weird he actually is. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to any of you. Those that bother coming to my channel anyway. I did mention it in another video. When I had a different channel, I think it was Mr. Nobody. It was basically, I made the stupid mistake of putting my email on my YouTube account. So he emailed me a few times, emojis there and here and all sorts, and like, I actually emailed another brother whose name I will not mention. It's none of your business. I said, this guy's stalking me, he's creeping me out, or something like that. What exactly? I said, he keeps emailing me. It's weird. And every time, because I've got this habit of deleting my YouTube channel, not because I'm hiding, I don't care. I just get sick of YouTube, and I just thought, I'll just delete the lot. But I'd done that 2 or 3 times, and guess who turned up again? This fella. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to post this comment using the YouTube channel Accountable KJV the Blasphemer, just so he gets the message, which I doubt he'll do. But this isn't a personal attack. I'm just making sure, I think, that these people know that I'm still alive and breathing and aware of their hypocrisy, their lies, and their deceitful behaviour, the backstabbing. I think I should let it go. I have done about 90% of the time. But you just can't let these people get away with the lies. Not always about me, but they're just... now what this thing has done, he's told all his little friends, Alan Deering, John Cragen, blah, blah, whoever. And it's up to him, of course, absolutely. I don't, it's his business what he does. What he's doing an expose, he said, basically. And I say said, I only read the transcript part of it. And I had the captions on. I couldn't stomach listening to him. But basically telling his little colleagues, his other little deceivers and liars, not to give names in the video, because apparently that's what we want. Well, I personally couldn't care less, particularly whether he gives me a name or not. But if he starts doxing me, I'll just report his channel for doing it. Because we caught him, well, anyway. The point of them not giving the name is so that you don't know who they're talking about. You can only guess, and then you would, if you thought they were talking about you, you would have to start your video, oh, this guy's talking about me, blah, blah. And you're going to sound paranoid. If you want to know, I think that's Jesuit trickery, what he's doing. Anyway, I'm going to make this comment and close this video here. I might upload it, I might just change my mind, but these people, they continually just, I mean, absolute cowards and hypocrites. I'm not saying that because of events so many months ago. It's obvious. They cannot back up what they've said about certain people. And so they have to keep adding on to their lies, and all of a sudden they think they've got a full-time ministry, they deserve paying for it. No. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to make this comment. I mean, I had to, because I tried 3 or 4 other channels that I had. And I'm blocked, obviously. And they are blocked as well. So I started a new channel just so I could make this comment, so that he, at least, has to delete it and will probably see it. I'm not a troll. You could view it that way. I'm just letting them know I know what they're like. I could say more actually now, I'm tempted to. You see this guy, blah 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 blah, this thing here, peering over the top of his glasses, thinks he's some sort of, oh, I don't even want to know what he thinks he is. See, he's done all this stuff before. He tried confronting these so-called pastors at this charismatic fellowship for the doctrine or practice or something. Completely did it the wrong way. He got kicked out, didn't he? He said the charismatic, I mean, I agree, you know, charismatics are a Catholic. So by his own reasoning, his own words, he's actually an ex-Catholic. I mean, the foolishness of the guy. He buys a book about the Jesuits, written by a Jesuit. Right? And then he buys a book, and I'll get this one, I mentioned it the other day, I think. A book on critical thinking, written by a Catholic nun. Anyway, these are all followers of Bryan Denlinger. Weird as they get. The Lord rebuked them for their lies. Seriously. The Lord rebuked him for his blasphemy, his lies. Barefaced lies. Totally disgusting. Seriously. Aaron Deering, he's just as bad. John Craggan is getting sucked into that disgusting type of behaviour. And the cowardice as well. Jeff. Anyway, anybody who watches this video, please do not give money to this deceiver, Bryan Denlinger, Aaron Deering, John Craggan, aka Faithful Servants of Christ, Divisive Inerrantists, AV Maritime Bible Believer, Bible Believing Bailey, any of these Denlinger crew, Jacob Thompson, do not buy his book or any of his books. You don't need them. We've got a book all about God. Yes, we know the Trinity is a lie. It's Catholic. I've known it from over the last or longer. In fact, I think I know for a fact I did a video on it. It wasn't last year. It must have been 2018. Before Denlinger even mentioned it. It was a very short video. It can't have been longer than 2 minutes on the word and then I've done another one called The Trinity is not in Scripture. The word Trinity is not in Scripture. That's it. And no, I'm not making it up. I don't need to. I'm not a crank like Bryan Denlinger. I don't need to make it up. And who are any of you to think that I need to lie about something like that? I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed with myself doing that. It doesn't matter that much, you know. I mean, some of you people must think I only started studying the Bible since I came across Bryan Denlinger. Don't kid yourself. I was studying Scripture 28 years ago. Yes, I'm labouring the point again. I mean, you know, it's relevant, it's a fact, that's it. But I've sussed out now what these people are, what the motives were, I think, to a certain extent. I could say more, but anyway, that's it. I'm just making this comment. You can't have blocked it, surely, already, because I wanted to create the account. So come and read that, you. Awful person. Honestly, I don't hate him. I believe he's Christian. He's just a very bad version of one. I mean, yeah, he's a sinner. You know, he has the right to expect me to forgive him. I think I do, but I think it's important as well. I hate to use that word, but just to remind him that I know what the game is. See, they're all subscribed to each other, quite close-knit. That's okay, it's up to them, you know. Just post another comment on here. I'm tempted to post it about 300 times, to be honest with you. But he will see that comment now, let's just make sure. I mean, you could accuse me of trolling. It's just a word to stop you from making sure that you get your opinion in that. I mean, you know, it's like being accused of being a conspiracy theorist. All of a sudden, everybody, as soon as they hear that phrase, they automatically think that you're wearing a tinfoil hat. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat. Obviously, I can't about KJV. He's not going to watch this video. But you, mister, you know, you need to open your ears to what Bryan Denlinger has been saying lately. He describes God as being a cruel God. Or what exactly he said was, people keep forgetting how, that's it. People keep forgetting the cruelty of God. And yet Bryan apparently is saved. And I believe that. But how on earth can he describe God in his own mind as having cruelty? He's saved. Bear in mind, if he is saved, he's saved from an eternity in hell. Right. Bryan's latest video, I mentioned it in the last video on my channel. He's causing a lot of offence to people, especially Jewish people, Messianic Christians, Messianic Jewish believers in Jesus Christ. There's something, but he's subscribed to these people. That's up to him, as I said, I'm not complaining, it's just a minor point. His email address is there, least.of.all.fellowship@gmail.com. Full stop between each word, least of all fellowship@gmail.com. PayPal donations, yeah, you will never see, we don't do halfpennies. You would never get a penny off me. I know that you lied about the reasons for you getting fired. I know for a fact you lied about that. You creeped out the female staff there, Brad. I know you didn't describe it that way when you discussed it with me late last year.